I just love to win.
It's a shocking upset.
You never judge a man's character for how he celebrates victory. You judge him for when his back's against the wall.
We saw 𝗏𝗏𝗃 fading in the final stages.
Even in my darkest hour, there was still a small beat that just kept me going.
𝗏𝗏𝗃 and 𝗏𝗏𝗃 are closing. It's going to be close.
It's that moment of being the king of the world, you know? I have unfinished business.
Every 4 years, athletes from around the world converge to take part in the Olympic Games. Over 15,000 athletes from more than 200 countries compete to turn lifelong dreams into reality for themselves, for their countries. Becoming an Olympian or world champion requires hours of dedication and hard work. Sometimes it means having to step away from the sport that you love in order to make the ultimate comeback.
It's been on and off for about a year now.
It's an early Saturday morning in Pietermaritzburg, KZN, and we're joining Olympic gold medal swimmer and former world record holder 𝗏𝗏𝗃 on a training session. He's preparing for the next Games in Paris later this year, and it's a rare opportunity to see the dedication demanded of top athletes. Wow, Chad, that's an incredible commitment. What time do you usually get started?
Hey, I'm always up before dawn.
That's a lot of dedication, a lot of commitment. Is this the comeback?
I'm back, baby. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
When I close my eyes at night, I can't help but think about the Olympic Games. I want to make sure that I'm at my best at the Olympic Games and, a fourth Olympics and hopefully bring back another medal or two.
With 4 Olympic medals to his name, Chad is our country's most decorated swimmer, but his hopes of adding to that tally and to his reputation suffered a blow at the 2021 Games in Tokyo, Japan. He couldn't crack a podium finish and returned home without a single medal. It was the beginning of what he now considers the darkest period of his life. This year's Olympics in the French capital offers a chance at redemption, a chance for Chad to regain his rightful place among the sport's greats. This comeback trail, how difficult is it?
I have unfinished business that I want to do. I want to go down as one of the greats. I really want my name to be remembered in 20 years' time. I want them to put me up there with the Phelpses, with the 𝗏𝗏𝗃, with Ian Thorpe. When it finally hang up the goggles, I want it to be he is number one.
Through to the final here.
He's had some great form already.
Chad first stunned the world by winning Olympic gold and silver at the 2012 Games in London at just 19. The highlight, an incredible 200 meters butterfly race in which American swimming legend Michael Phelps was the hot favorite.
I think destiny was calling that day. It was everything that I dreamed of as a kid.
Chasing his 15th Olympic title, Phelps led for the first 150 meters, significantly ahead of Chad.
When I was swimming that race, I thought I was Michael Phelps.
Shorten a little bit with Phelps.
In third place on the final turn, things weren't looking good for Chad, but he rallied to close the gap on the American. And with just 5 meters to go, the unthinkable happened.
It's going to be close. Phelps is hanging on. He's a winner. Does he touch? He doesn't. 𝗏𝗏𝗃 touched because Phelps got it wrong on the line. It's unbelievable.
I beat him at his own game. I was the only person in history still to this day to have ever beaten him in his own game.
The 200 butterfly, and this man wins. 𝗏𝗏𝗃.
Oh, unbelievable, unbelievable. Thanks, Great Britain.
With his advisor and biggest fan, his dad, proudly watching on, a South African hero was born.
Oh, golly, you look just like your dad.
As a child, Chad first battled a deep-seated fear of water before starting swimming at the age of 10. His father, Bert, was his first coach. Bert, his life's still unbelievable. You had to get young Chad out to the swimming pool. As a youngster, didn't like it, bawled his eyes out.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure at that stage you weren't thinking, this kid has got a long future swimming.
What are you talking about? He was playing soccer. Soccer is his first love. He was playing soccer. He never touched the ball. I said, my boy, I don't want to tell you, but the reality of it all is you're a better swimmer than you're a soccer player.
recognizing his Olympic potential at just 14 when he secured a spot on the country's senior national team. Chad's mom, Jerry, quit her job to fully support his journey.
It is a full-time job, yeah.
Yeah, being an Olympic mom.
Absolutely.
He was very young, Chad, when he took the world by storm.
Yes.
He was world champs
Yes.
at 19, Olympics at 20.
Yeah. I had a 9-to-5 job. It just, got out of hand. So Chad needs a structure around him where he has to concentrate on swimming and like I do the paperwork, Bert does other stuff.
Getting to the games then and now means a rigorous training regimen with extended hours in the pool and focused strength exercises. His routines involve precise technique drills, endurance laps, and specialized workouts, all aimed at optimizing speed and stamina. Now based in Frankfurt, Germany, and with a new coach, he's not leaving anything to chance.
It comes down to taking care of your body. I sometimes forget that I am 31 and I want to just still train at that high level of intensity every day with these youngsters, but unfortunately I actually can't keep that going. So I've got to be smart with my recovery and the way that I approach things.
Being an Olympian extends beyond the physical. It's about navigating pressure and shouldering the weight of expectations. After his disappointing Olympic showing in Tokyo, Chad battled psychological demons.
The worst time for me was definitely after Olympics. I'll tell you, this is the truth. I was completely depressed.
𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗶𝗴𝗶 fading into fifth, but he'll be happy just to have been in the final.
But I got fifth and I was like, should have medaled.
In three.
No one's going to know the demons that I had to fight. They're just going to see the result.
He sunk deeper and deeper into depression and soon was spiraling out of control.
3 days before the World Championships, I went out to a party when I got completely wasted. I just had to numb myself from life. It's the sad reality of where I was at that stage of my life. It was just bad results, but it just wasn't me on top of the podium on the medal stage.
It's the hardest thing as a parent to see your child unhappy or suffering. Going through some mental health issues was tough on the family. Bert kept on telling him, Chad, phone the psychologist, phone the psychologist. And you need to do that sooner rather than later.
Chad finally sought the professional help he needed, undergoing months of intensive therapy.
I said, Chad, I'm so flippin' proud of you because you've evolved. You're becoming a man because of your attitude to a problem.
My dad always just taught me, just never give up, put your head down, give your best, and that took a lot of psychology to get that right. Just a tough time for me. Got right, thankfully, and I think I started to see that the results, in the pool would get better also. I said, hey, I'm gonna be a world champion, double world champion in this race.
While Olympic gold remains a priority, he's passionate about his work with the 𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗀 Foundation, teaching swimming and water safety to underprivileged communities.
Push off the wall as hard as you can when you're underwater.
It also supports aspiring young swimmers in KZN. What is the foundation all about?
We have the highest deaths from drowning in South Africa. Can you believe that in the world? So my goal is to teach water safety, to help the intermediate swimmers break into that first team, to have more numbers, registered swimmers in the next 5 years. We have 3,500. I believe 10,000 is easily achievable by the next Olympic cycle.
After losing his way in 2021, he bounced back with an incredible performance at the 2022 World Championships in Melbourne, Australia, where, against all odds, he won gold in both the 100 and 200 meters butterfly. With the Paris Olympics just months away, Chad is ready to secure his legacy in what could be one of the most remarkable sporting comebacks ever.
It's that moment of being a king of the world, on top of the podium, hearing the anthem, taking your lap of honor with the flag. There's nothing better than that, I can tell you honestly. That's the drug I'm chasing still, 12 years later.